Elsa on Coffee and Magic. But this is Heavy Cream. It's our extension, I guess, our little brother show for Coffee and Magic. And earlier this week, we asked a question on Coffee and Magic, and we ended up putting it on our social media. So we're asking you guys to comment on it as well. Here was our, by the way, I must have to introduce everybody in just a bit, but just look around the room and you'll see everyone's here. Manny, kind of get in the shot if you can. Get a little bit closer to Johnny. Manny's here. The reason I want Manny here for sure is because it's Manny's birthday this weekend, so we'll make sure to get Manny in the shot. Okay. So the listener question is as follows. It says, my daughter is an only child and we are friends with many families with multiple children. We attend birthday parties and purchase gifts for these multiples when their birthday rolls around at various times of the year. I can't help but feel this is unfair when we obviously purchase an individual gift per sibling at their parties. It says, hold on, I lost my place, damn it. It says, but when it comes to my time, it comes time for our child's birthday, the parents give one present from both of their children for the same monetary value as one child would normally spend. For example, I typically spend around $30 per gift per child and $30 more for the sibling's birthday when that one rolls around. But the gifts their family provides to one child is a $30 value and comes addressed from both kids. Aren't they double dipping is the question. Are they double dipping? So let's meet Erica. Erica is a mom,
yes,
right? And you have three children.
3 kids.
So let's say Erica has 3 kids, right? And I have 1 kid. I have 2 kids, but for the purpose of this, I have 1. So if I go to Erica's parties, for instance, your 3 children, you used to have parties together, you said, right?
Right. At one point I had them together, but they've gotten to the age where they're asking for their own individual party.
They want their own individual
Right.
party. So if I were to take my child to each one of these parties, let's pretend I got invited. I'm already inviting myself in. Let's pretend I got invited to all 3 of your children's parties.
Right.
I would have to, well, I don't have to, but it would be nice to buy a gift for each one of your children, right?
You said it right.
It would be
you
nice.
don't have to.
Yeah, but it would be nice. But if I invite you and your 3 children to my child's birthday party, you're only going to bring my child 1 gift.
Well,
If you bring a gift at all.
yeah.
But that's probably what's going to happen. You'll buy a gift for my child.
Well, typically what I do is, depending on what child you invited, because if it's like a classmate, you only invited my daughter, I'll take the courtesy to ask the family and say, hey, I do have another child. Is it okay if she attends, or, what's the deal? So I don't just invite or assume I'm going to invite my other kids. So if it's like at Playmore, for instance, the one kid that was invited will hang out at the party, and I'll take my other kids and we'll go hang out somewhere else.
Yeah.
Now, most moms that I know would be the more the merrier. Bring them over. And since I do know I'm going to be taking some extra kids, I would buy a gift slightly more expensive than I would normally buy. But I'm sure that those moms aren't focused on the gift because they're more than willing to just have more kids there. I mean, at the end of the day, that's just a celebration of life. That's a celebration of God giving us another year of life. So I don't necessarily go out of my way to buy 2 gifts or 3 gifts, and I don't think that's really what the party's about.
Definitely not. But you mentioned one thing that's very important that didn't get mentioned in this, is that if it's like a schoolmate, there's only 1 invitation for 1 child.
Right.
Let's pretend you and I are friends from a long time ago, and I don't even know, my kids don't know your kids from school. We
Right.
just know each other.
Right.
So if I invite you and your 3 kids over, if you do bring a gift, you're going to bring a gift. You're not going to bring 1 gift from each one of your children.
No, I wouldn't do
And
that.
I wouldn't expect you
Yeah.
to. But apparently the lady that would sent in this message, she would like, in a perfect world, she would like for you to bring a gift from each one of your children worth the $30 that I've spent on all 3 of your children.
Well, in a perfect world, I wish I was rich enough to do that. But that's, I think the person who wrote this post is focused on the wrong thing. I think that we should count our blessings. How many moms wish their kids were healthy enough to have a birthday party, weren't in the hospital? How many parents wish they had even the means to throw a birthday party? And I think that our kids follow our example. Whether we realize it or not, they see what we're doing and they internalize that. So if I announce or I say out loud some sort of petty comment like, oh, look at what Juanito gave us, my kids start to see things in a different perspective and start thinking that the focus of the party is the gift. when at the end of the day it's not, and it shouldn't be. I mean, material things really are irrelevant to
Yeah.
being able to focus on the day that's special, that you're having another year of life, you know. So
I mean, I agree with you completely. I'm sure if anyone else would like to comment, start commenting now. We're going to start moving the conversation around the room. Johnny Ringo from Ringo's Burgers and Barbecue, our sponsor here at Coffee and Magic and Heavy Cream. Johnny, you have multiple children, some that you don't even know about. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No.
Surprise.
So no,
Yeah.
Johnny, you're a father, right?
Yes.
How many kids do you have?
In total?
Until if you
No,
want to go there,
I've
Johnny.
got a 32-year-old, and then I
Uh-huh.
also have a 15-year-old and
Uh-huh.
a 11-year-old.
Okay, so the ages are pretty spaced out. Have you had that problem too, where you go to multiple kids' parties? Maybe when they were little, did you take them to multiple kids' parties?
When they were little, yes. But as they got older, I told them, I'm like, look, guys, I see some parents that have spent, and we're talking on a small kid, a 1-year-old
Yeah.
birthday party, like I'm getting a $500 photographer.
Uh-huh.
We're doing this. I tell my kids, look, you guys are old enough to do what y'all want.
Uh-huh.
So I give them the choice. Either we have a birthday party and you can invite all your friends,
Yeah.
or we can celebrate and we go wherever you want. And my son would always pick Austin. I want to go to Austin, or I want to go to San Antonio.
Uh-huh.
It's just us four. Boom.
You go on a
That's it.
vacation, you go do
Yeah,
some cool
yeah,
stuff.
yeah, and that would be it. But they're more focused in the aspect of okay, I want to be with my family.
Uh-huh.
Never have they said, hey, I want my friends to come over.
Cool.
Because the one thing is, we would do this. We would, when you're coming over to be with the kid, not, we would tell them no gifts, no this and that, because that's their gift. The kids want to be with their friends, then bring your friends over.
So there wasn't a lot of gifts when it came to birthday time.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
And did the kids ever see other kids, getting tons of presents on their birthdays and maybe wanted the same thing? What's
Yeah,
going on?
but my kids were the kind of kids that would be like, why do you need that? I mean, I want to go and have fun with them. My kids are not materialistic. They
Mhm.
didn't see that. So they would want to go, or they said, hey, so-and-so is having a birthday party at Peter Piper.
Yeah.
Or do you want to go? Yeah, we can go. I love Peter Piper. Anyway.
Yeah.
But my thing
Shameless
was,
plug.
but I would tell them, let's go ahead and get a gift. So I would let them decide. My son's been to one birthday party, and they asked the kid, what do you want? I want a game. Okay. And
Got him a game.
They got him a game.
And you guys obviously don't go to too many of these parties, so
No.
it's okay. You're not spending tons. You're not spending buku bucks on
Right,
tons
right.
of tons of presents.
Yeah.
So it's okay when you do it. But if you're frequenting all these birthday parties,
Yeah, when you were talking about that, my thing is, whoever's the age group of the kid would be invited, and that would be it. My daughter would, hey, she wants to stay at home, or like you said,
Yeah.
you go do your thing, we're gonna go do ours, and that's what we would do. I don't like to impose that. Hey, while I also have another kid, we're gonna go over here, or can I leave him there? Because that's the one thing I hated was, that hey, you're gonna be at Peter Piper's son. I'm gonna drop my kids off. We'll pick them up at 7.
nice. Yeah. Bye. I'll see you
Yeah,
later.
right. I'm like, they got a babysitter.
By the way, in case you guys are looking at this stuff on the camera, these are giveaways that we had from the last time we had a show, and this is a new giveaway that we're going to do. If you haven't read the caption yet, I believe the winners are on the caption. And if you guys share this video, I want you to share this video and send me a direct message to the Sammy the House page.
Well, am I wrong?
Once you send that video, share the video, send me a direct message, you'll be able to win this new prize. Let's put it on camera. It's called Dirty Dough, and I believe it says dough in hand, dirty minds in thought, or something like that. Let me read this. Oh yeah, it says dough in hand, mind in the gutter. Obviously, this is for adults only. So yeah, don't try to win it if you're not an adult. But feel free to share the video. Okay, so we move on to Manny. Manny, you are also a dad. What are your thoughts on today's message?
Oh man, yeah, no.
Can you just speak a little bit louder? The microphone's over here.
Sorry.
It's okay. Use your voice box. I showed that to Elsa today.
So yeah, I don't think it should be about actual material gifts and stuff.
Uh-huh.
I grew up where we played in the streets with one ball between 18 kids.
Yeah. Humble surroundings.
Yeah.
So you think what do you think about this lady talking about wanting more than one gift?
you know, it's sad to think that that's the parent saying that. You know,
Yeah.
like
You think
It's-
the
it's-
child
it's-
probably isn't thinking this?
I would hope not, and if they are, they're only following by example.
Oh man.
Mm.
Okay, and now we have our favorite Jackie. Yay!
Well, I thought we were favorite.
I know.
Wow.
What am I, chopped liver?
Yeah.
Jackie, you are not a mom.
I am not.
Okay, but you,
Yet.
but not yet.
Nah.
But you obviously you've dealt with a lot of moms in
One
your
day.
in your job and stuff like that, and you also. I'm assuming you were a child. You didn't just appear out of nowhere.
I'm not gonna admit anything.
Yeah. The Grays. When you were a kid,
Mm-hmm.
did you go to a lot of birthday parties?
I did, and you know, I remember when I had to go to birthday parties or like of my family, and my brothers tagged along. Obviously, we
Uh-huh.
would just label like this present is from the three of us.
Yeah.
There is no three
So
separate
you're
gifts.
one of those kids. You're one of the.
I am, and I'm proud.
Your parents bought one gift and it was from all three of you.
Yeah.
How many siblings do you have?
In total, I have 4.
4. So buying 4 gifts per kid would have been a little bit expensive on your parents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and my mom was a single mom, so
Oh, okay.
you know, I'm so sure.
So
Appreciate what you get.
yeah,
You didn't have to get anything.
So what do you think about?
I'm mad. I'm kidding. I'm not mad.
Let it go. It's over now. It's
What do you think though? Like, what do you think about this lady? What can you tell this lady that to get her to stop thinking the way she's thinking?
Go to church. I'm just kidding.
You need
Like,
Jesus.
you
man.
need Jesus.
Look, for the lady, I don't want you guys to be discouraged in sending in your questions and messages. Obviously, no, we're not going to expose this lady. We're not going to say who she is. But since we started this earlier on the show on Coffee and Magic, everyone's been saying that this lady's being a little greedy. She's being petty. She's just being. It's too much. And hopefully, if you're out there, don't feel bad about what everyone's saying. But the truth is, you don't have to buy all those gifts. Also, so don't feel like, okay, well, I'm going to buy these gifts for all these people, and they better buy gifts for all of my kids. You don't have to.
No, because
You
I
don't-
mean,
I'm sorry,
sorry. Going back, like I remember as a kid having a birthday party, receiving gifts. Like I would forget about most of them. I would stop. I would play with them, get bored, and move on to something else. So, what is the significance of having so many gifts if you're gonna grow out of them like in a year?
That's another point that was made in some of the comments. For those of you guys that are actually watching and you participated in the original post that was posted up on Monday, you can leave your comments here as well. Again, we remind you guys, share, and everyone who shares is eligible for the next giveaway. The current winners of these giveaways, let me. I know that we have this. I just sent it to Francisco right now. Our current winners are so many texts. It says right here, congratulations to Brenda Escobedo and Elizabeth Gonzalez. Brenda, we're gonna give you the Capon.
Yay!
Congratulations, Brenda. And Elizabeth, we're going to give you this really cool figurine. It's a Fallout Endurance glow-in-the-dark figurine. I want to thank Francisco, and I also want to thank our sponsor, Johnny Ringo and Ringo's Burgers and Barbecue for providing us with cool stuff to give away. Now, this giveaway is going to be Dirty Dough. Sounds like a cool game. It's for adults probably, so don't get involved, kids. Sorry, not on this one. Maggie,
I'm interested now.
no, what
Red,
happened?
yes.
What does it say? Okay, we're gonna read the.
We should play it.
He's riding a mustache.
You.
It looks fun.
He's
Yeah.
what?
He's riding a mustache.
He's right.
He's
There's
straddling
a
the mustache.
figurine that's straddling the
We can't see it.
Put it in the camera. I don't know. Can we show this on
Slowly,
There it
Facebook?
is.
He's having fun.
No, get him. There we go. Kind of.
Hey, what? You see,
That's-
you're already assuming it's a he.
It's a mustache ride.
Okay, fine.
Well, yeah. What if it's yeah?
It's riding a mustache.
It's riding a mustache. Oh,
Take a shot.
Oh,
forget
shot, take
the
a
heavy
shot,
clean
shot,
drinking
shot.
game. Every time Francisco shows up in the camera, you have to take a shot.
Do
Okay.
you know what a mustache ride is?
Oh,
It
wow.
explains.
Holy hell.
I don't. What? Maddie made cookies.
It's as if it's not
They
me.
look delicious.
Yeah, they look delicious. So we're gonna start sharing these.
They are delicious.
I know Jack already had one.
I did.
Johnny, have you ever tried
I couldn't
Maddie's
wait.
cookies?
No.
Alright. And while we're sharing that, you get the new coffee magic pen. I know Maddie's already got one, but I'll give you an extra one. John's already got one, and our special guest is with Erica. You get a brand new coffee magic pen. Coffee Magic, the mother show of heavy cream. Oh, you got it already. Heavy cream. Thanks for watching, everybody. And we're gonna continue chit chatting. It is 6:18 according to this. What did I do? Did I move something?
No.
Okay.
We're
Also want to remind you guys that we are broadcasting live from the law offices of Mario Castillo. Thanks, Mario Castillo, for providing us with these offices and studios to film Heavy Cream. Thanks, Mario.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mario.
Thank you.
Thanks to Mario and thanks to Ringo's.
I think I
Okay.
scared you.
Anything else that you guys found interesting in the news this week? Did you guys see the video of Ariana Grande hanging out in San Antonio?
I did.
She's got a concert, I believe, tonight, but she was at what they call not a gay bar, but a gay-friendly bar in San Antonio, just hanging out, watching a show, and just in the middle of the crowd, nobody was bothering her, nobody bugged her, nobody asking her for autographs or pictures. She was just hanging out. I think that's the coolest thing ever. I'm kind of Ariana Grande fan, and I'm kind of not an Ariana Grande fan.
What?
But yeah, dude, yeah, there's some stuff, man, like. You know,
What
like
kind of stuff?
break up with your boyfriend because I'm bored. Come on, man. You know.
Oh, I have a lot of things to say about
Really? Okay, let's talk. Let's.
No, I don't
After
think
we
we
say
should get
how
into
cool
it.
she is, let's talk trash about Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, over time, her skin has just gotten darker, and the way she
Careful, tread lightly. friend.
Exactly. So,
Are you saying that Ariana Grande's been replaced?
No.
Has she been body snatched?
I think she wants to
The
come
show always
off.
goes back to aliens.
She is an indigo child. I'm just kidding. I think she wants to seem like she's I don't know.
A sister?
Yes.
Uh,
Or just, like an exotic woman. But we see right through you, girl.
I don't know about exotic, but she is a dangerous woman.
Ah.
Aha, boom. I think
Because
no.
let's Google her when she had the red hair. She was light complected. Am I right?
I don't. Wow. Oh look! Take a shot.
Take a shot.
Francisco's
And he agrees
hand just
with
showed
me.
up in the camera. You're
I
saying
feel like I'm lighter
you
than
feel
her.
like her skin's gotten darker, like not a tan,
Si-
like darker.
Like maybe like her foundation.
Johnny
John-
Darker.
Look, Johnny and
And then
Mandy
three shades of dark.
offended.
Look.
Johnny and Mandy
Look.
are super offended.
Look,
Look, this is like
she's
the
not even-
before, and now she's
Wait,
like this.
and wait, and he's darker than me just by a hair. Well,
Just by-
Like one hair. Legit
one
one
hair.
hair.
that one. No,
As the palest guy in the room, I'm super offended. So you think she's changing stuff? Like, do you think she's pulling a Sammy Sosa?
Yeah, like to be
Uh,
more
Have you
more
seen Sammy
interesting.
Sosa, Johnny? Sammy Sosa's not even. He's not black like he used to be.
Like
He's
Michael
not
Jackson
even white.
kind of.
He's pink.
Oh.
Here, I'll find it.
Yes.
Just in case you didn't know about
And like
this.
the way she speaks too.
How does she speak?
Like
urban.
like more sister.
No sister. I like that.
Again, tread lightly. Careful, guys.
I'm
Don't-
repeating the term you used earlier.
Yeah. Just I don't know. What are you saying that she's trying to change how she is? Like she's trying.
I think
to
she's
appeal?
trying to change her ethnicity or confuse people of who she is.
Wow. I don't know.
Maybe she's just going
Bored?
into another
She's bored,
genre. Hey,
y'all.
look at
Here,
Hootie and the Blowfish.
Yeah.
From
Darius
Oh,
Rucker.
mainstream
Oh yeah,
into
he's country.
Yeah, maybe she's
So
trying to
maybe
change
that's
himself.
what-
Johnny
That's
gets
what you
it.
I'm gonna show Johnny before we show you guys.
He
Okay.
looks sick though.
Oh my God.
He looks.
Yeah.
He looks
he's,
sick.
He's pink.
Yeah. but
Wow.
Sammy Sosa's. Yeah, he's
I
pink.
wonder
You
if
look
they're
like, you look like the
purple.
guy from Eddie Murphy Coming to America. Where you at?
How do
Where
you
you-
do
And taste the soup.
That's my
Here we
favorite
go.
color.
Hold on. So you guys gotta see this, guys.
Can we
This-
Google Ariana Grande next?
No.
I'm gonna
Here, show him. Francisco. Get the phone. Put it up to the. Take a shot. I don't know if you can focus on that. That's what Sammy Sosa looks like now.
Wow.
You know, I don't know if you can see it, but
Got to.
he's
That's a
both.
Michael Jackson
That's
transformation.
both. No, not even Michael Jackson was never pink. This is pink. He's pink now. Anyway.
He didn't even make the pink shade.
Yeah, no. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Sammy Sosa can do what he wants. Ariana Grande can do what she wants, but we don't have to like it, obviously. And I'm a fan of her, but I'm not a fan of certain things she does, and I don't care what color she is.
I'm just
Where's
oh
that one?
what
What happened? Oh,
I am right.
Oh,
Yes.
look at that.
Manny supports my theory.
Yeah.
Let me-
Show him, Frank.
Oh, sorry.
Gotta take another shot. Frank's gonna put his hand in the camera. That's the transition of Ariana Grande. I don't care if she changes colors.
I don't either.
Yeah, I just think it's weird. It's a weird song. My daughter, I'm very proud of my daughter. My daughter's like, that's a really crappy song.
It
Like,
is.
You know, why would you say break up with your boyfriend because I'm bored? Like,
Like, fine, think it, but why would you say it out loud?
would you? It's okay to think it.
Well, that's why she wrote that song. Thank you next.
Oh, that's another one
Yeah.
too. I don't know.
Not that I follow her or anything, but
Yeah. Finding out stuff about Johnny Ringo. Hey, okay. Before we move on, I don't know if you guys are putting in comments. We're going to check the comments. So what's the consensus? We all agree that this lady asking for more.
I think, Sammy, I was thinking just a few weeks ago, my kid had her party, and if I asked her right now, hey, what did you get on your birthday? I guarantee you she would not be able to name maybe more than one gift. But she remembers who was there to this day, and it's, it was just maybe about a month ago. She keeps talking about it, which classmates went and what a fun time they had. But as far as gifts, she doesn't remember, and I don't think most of us can remember. Like, we can't look back and be like, oh, I got this gift this one year. But our family and friends that were there.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
So I wanna bring up something. Now, you say you have 3 kids, right? And you have 3 individual parties for them right now because
Now they want their own.
So tell me what ages are your children?
My youngest is 5, and then 7 and 8.
Okay. So the 8-year-old, what kind of party does the 8-year-old want?
He wanted a Fortnite party.
Fortnite
but he's not
party.
even allowed to play Fortnite, which was kind of strange.
But he wanted to be cool with his
He
friends.
wanted to be cool with his friends.
Okay.
Yes.
So there's a Fortnite party.
Yes.
Did you have it?
Yeah.
Where did you have it at?
We had it at Playmore.
Okay, so there's money for food, decorations, and all this other stuff. And you said somebody came up to you.
Yes.
One of the moms came up to you, and I believe that this would be the coolest thing, a new option, because you said that your kids grew up, without worrying about presents.
Right.
You said that you grew up in humble beginnings, and you had a single mom. I think this is the coolest suggestion ever. I'm going to let Erica describe what happened at this kid's party that she had for her child a couple of weeks ago.
Right. So one of the moms walks up, and as she was walking over, I didn't know who she was, but instantly I liked her. She just had one of those faces that you could tell, like,
Good vibes. She had a
good
good vibe.
vibes, easy to get along with. And she hands me a $20 bill. She said, "Here, this is for you." And I thought she was giving me like spending money, like
Yeah.
for her kid to go, buy ice cream or something.
Yeah.
And I said, "Oh, okay, I'll hold it for your kid." She goes, "No, that's for you. Go buy yourself some shoes." And I said, "Excuse me?" She goes, "Yeah, I know how much money these parties cost. You deserve. Go buy yourself something." She's like,
So the mom gave you a present.
she gave me a present. Like, that's
Wow.
a better option.
It's a
like,
boss
bring
move.
the parent a gift
It is.
for taking care of your kid, because
like
somebody
that.
mentioned the drop-off thing.
Mhm.
See, the thing is that that's a new thing. A lot of parents were asking, is it drop off? And some of these places like Playmore, you can only, and I'm going to say this, you can only have a certain amount of people there, because then they start charging you per person. So I'm secretly hoping people go, but not too many people go.
Uh-huh.
Not because I don't want them there, but
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, how am I going to feed everybody? I didn't calculate enough food and so
Yeah.
forth. So a lot of times parents are like, yeah, I'm gonna drop my kid off, and those parents are just ecstatic to drop their kids off. They cannot walk out of there fast enough.
Yeah.
So I think in that situation, they should give, like you said, the mom a gift.
You're providing entertainment.
Yes.
You're providing a fun time for the kids. You're
in a
babysitting.
safe environment.
And the kids are having a good time. The kids are having a good time. I think that is a boss move, and I approve it as the Heavy Cream / Erica special guest, a suggestion as to fixing the whole problem. Don't worry about gifts for the kids. If someone's parents are putting on a party for them, bring the parents some money, or bring the parents a gift for doing all that for all these children, not only their child but your child who's been invited to the party. Don't worry about that child, and don't worry about your child. Worry about the parents putting on
It's
these parties.
true.
So, yeah, help out mom and dad and bring them some money. Again, next week when we do heavy cream again, we will pick our winner for the next gift, which is Dirty Dough. Obviously, it's a very dirty game, as we've noticed, because I don't understand why there's someone riding a mustache. I mean, I understand. I just don't understand, like,
Well,
Because it's
yeah,
fun.
I mean, I understand. Anyway, that's we'll give that away next week. Share this and then send us a direct message on the Sammy the House Facebook page. Is there anything that we've left out?
the only thing, and I've been
Go ahead,
meaning to
Brandon.
pipe up about
Sorry,
this forever.
Brandon, sorry.
I kept kind of hearing hints of it, but there's also the factor where the parent wants to outdo the other parent.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, you had a clown? Well, I'm going to have a clown, a circus tent, and 2 elephants.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Uh,
Oh my
and,
god.
and I'm not putting anybody down or anything, but again, it boils down to what are you actually going to take away from that? What do you walk away from when you know you peaked at 7?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm gonna make an also an unpopular suggestion, and I hope nobody gets mad at this one, but I don't understand why mom and dad have to dress up for the parties. For instance, let's say there's a Fortnite party, and mom and dad have to dress up in a Fortnite T-shirt that matches. I've seen Avengers T-shirts that match. No one does Smurfs anymore, right? But I don't. I think it's the dumbest thing. I think that sometimes, and if this is you, please don't get sensitive about it. But I think sometimes the parents are like Manny said, not maybe trying to outdo people, but sometimes just trying to impress. Like I've seen moms get all dolled up and do makeup and hair for their kids' party. They pick a certain outfit, matching kicks to go with their T-shirt and the theme of the party. It's not about you, mom or dad. And honestly, I don't think dad wants to be dressing up for this either. I think dad realizes that it's about the kids. I know that we certainly realize it's about the kids. And I know that it's hard work for the parents to have these parties. Why are you dressing up? You know, why does it have to be like that? If you do, great, cool, but don't, too much. I think it's too much. Have you ever dressed up to match your kids' parties?
I did not wear a Fortnite shirt.
Good.
I had to Google
Okay.
and ask a couple of my students what Fortnite was before the party.
Uh-huh.
And
I have no
yes,
clue either.
they danced, and I was not understanding the
that-
connection.
Yeah.
He gets it.
Okay, I've seen that. I didn't know what that was.
That's
They're all
related.
dance moves, but the thing is Fortnite steals these dance moves and puts them on their characters. Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Is it a fighting game, like a shooting
I
game?
don't know.
We don't know what kind. It's just that they have battles. They build and they fight. I believe there's guns, different weapons. They fly
So a
in.
kickball in the street between 18 kids.
Yeah.
Down.
So you don't know what Fortnite is. Why don't you let your kids play it?
I am a bit of a strict mom
Mm.
with my kids' time.
Okay.
And so, being a teacher, I think that gets in the way sometimes
Mhm.
because I want my kids to focus on studying.
Yeah.
And he's 8 years old, and he's asking me for a cell phone, an iPad, a gaming console, and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Sometimes
And I'm not judging because every parent can do whatever they see is best for their kid.
Yeah.
That's just my decision as
Yeah.
a parent, not to give my 8-year-old a phone or an iPad nor a game console, and hand him some books instead.
Good.
I think
Good.
he'll thank me later.
It's funny. As I was leaving the house, my son was playing Fortnite, and
Sorry.
no. Let me tell you. He didn't get to play all week. I don't let him play during the week. Not because I want to be a jerk, but it's because I would rather he focus on his homework. He's a little bit older than your kid, but I want him to focus on his grades. I want him to do good. He's also an athlete. I'd rather have him outside playing.
Yeah.
Whenever he tells me, "Dad, take me to the park. I want to go work out," I'm like, "Yes, go. Let's go. I'll take you." But yeah, Fortnite. I don't get the game. It doesn't exactly make sense. Nobody actually wins. They have multiple battles against each other, and then you win one battle, but you never really win the game. It's funny. I've gone to talk to kids at schools, and I'm like, "But do you win the game?" And they're like, "No." So nobody ever wins the game.
I win the game.
Have you won? You played Fortnite? Oh my God! Take another shot. You win the game, really? Have you won the game? The whole game?
Yes.
How do you win the whole game?
Sí.
A ver, Francisco, por favor, en español.
¿Cómo ganas?
¿Cómo ganas?
Tienes el mayor score, ganas colectando cosas, caminando, matando gente y quedando en primer lugar con todo el score. O matando a todos completamente. Son 100 personas.
Las batallas son de 100 personas.
100 contra todos, ¿verdad? Ese es el normal, el básico.
Ajá.
Es 100 contra todos
Ujú.
y el último que quede gana. Pero es obvio que es muy, muy difícil ser el mejor de 100, ¿verdad?
Ajá.
Y pues casi siempre los mismos ganan. Los muchachos, por eso les gusta a los niños, porque los niños no se sienten mal al perder.
Ok.
Entonces ellos tienen oportunidad
Porque
de...
son 99 que se van a perder.
Entonces se
Wow.
sienten, they feel good because they don't
They
feel
got to play.
la derrota y aprenden. Es
Pero
Ok,
¿qué aprenden?
¿qué aprenden del juego?
es estrategia, es estrategia porque los juegos se juegan uno solo.
They're building forts. That's another thing. They are building forts.
They really are.
Yeah. Yeah. in the
They
game.
protect with the con los ¿qué se podría
Is it
decir?
like Minecraft?
Kind of.
Kind of
It's like Minecraft on Red Bull.
O sea,
it's
la cosa es que
it's like Minecraft on other
Exacto.
stuff that accelerates your brain.
muchos niños se dedican solo a bailar,
Ujú.
a ver cómo juegan los demás, ahí los matan y no les preocupa.
Ujú.
Ellos nada más bailan, si le ganan a alguien, bailan, ven a otros, se ponen a bailar. Pero los más competitivos quieren
¿Pero hay
matar a...
violencia?
Sí,
Sí hay. Okay.
como en
They're
todos lados.
Yeah,
That's
they're,
why I don't
yeah.
Sí,
want my kids.
no, es obvio que no hay sangre y no se ve
It's
dramática los
like
muertos.
cartoon blood or
Sí.
whatever.
Pero sí, no recomiendo que jueguen todos los días, pero sí media hora.
Okay,
No,
so
right.
here's what Francisco said for anyone that doesn't speak Spanish. What Francisco's saying is that in the game, they don't feel so bad about losing because they're losing with 99 other people. There can only be one winner out of the 100. But here's what, Francisco, this is lo que no me gusta, this is what I don't like about it, that in order to win, you have to kill 99 people.
Bueno, te ayudan los demás. They kill each other.
So-
you just kill.
Technically, you're only killing about
Yeah.
You just need to kill one
Yeah.
to win the 100.
Well, no,
Wow.
because, okay, so if other people kill 99 people, but you kill the last guy,
You're the winner.
you're the winner.
Really?
But
It's
so,
strategy.
but yeah, so technically you could just hang out and hide until it's the last two, and then you're like, haha, I'm still here, and then you get them.
Es lo que hacen los muchos. Bueno, es lo que hacen los más inteligentes. Los más hábiles
Uh-huh.
se dedican a pelear. Es por eso les encanta a todos. Porque los más inteligentes hacen estrategia. Los más hábiles se matan entre ellos y no saben ni qué. ¡Ah! Pura violencia. Y otros se dedican a bailar. Todos son felices en ese juego.
Pero no se me desvelan toda la noche y llegan a clase
Yes.
y bien dormidos.
Porque no nomás
Pero eso es culpa de los padres.
Well, no, not her. She doesn't let him. Obviously, she won't let him. She's a good mom. She's a good mom. Okay, so I understand what you're saying about the strategy, and I like that. So they have to build. They have to. They get to dance. They have to figure out how to maybe not kill 99 people, but not be one of the 99 that's killed.
Yes.
But they still have to kill at least one person
At least one.
to be the winner.
They can make traps.
Yes.
No
Yes,
los
you
necesitan
can.
matar.
Oh, you can make traps. Okay, okay. Here's what I'm gonna compare it to. It's funny because I don't know, Johnny. You know me. I don't play billiards all the time.
Right.
You probably never seen me play pool. But when I do play pool, I don't play 8-ball. I play 9-ball. Are you familiar with 9-ball? Okay. Johnny, how do you win at 9-ball?
You gotta knock all the balls in order,
Uh huh.
and the last ball is the 9
The 9-ball. But what happens if? But watch this. I have beaten numerous friends of mine in 9-ball, and it's funny because they never assume that I'm going to win because I'm not that great at billiards. So, Johnny, how do you think I could win at 9-ball if I'm not good at it?
You let them do it all, and then when they mess up with that last one, if it's
Ta-da!
I've done it many times. I've let people knock all the balls in, and for some odd reason, it's a psychological thing with me. It used to be, at least when I was in my 20s, that I would allow them to win, and then I said, you know what? You're going to mess up on the 8-ball. And they would always mess up on the 8-ball. You know how I told you that I like, what do you call it?
Did I mind trust somebody?
I manifest things.
Oh, sorry.
I manifest things sometimes, and I would manifest it every time, and I would tell my friends, you're going to mess up on the 8-ball. They're like, sure, buddy. and every time they would mess up on the 8 ball, and they'd scratch on the 8 ball. So the ball was mine, and I could position the ball at any place I wanted and knock the 9 ball in. So technically, you don't have to knock all the balls in. You just have to get the 9 ball in to win 9 ball, which is pretty much his explanation for Fortnite.
Sí. Aunque también está en equipos y en eso ellos aprenden a socializar. Yo sé que no es una escuela, pero hacen equipos de 4. Algunos no, ni caso hacen, se ponen a bailar, pero empiezan a ver, y si lo sigo, let me follow them. Y se empiezan a hacer grupos y empiezan a hacer estrategia. Es donde ellos pueden avanzar, hacer tareas mínimas que van a contribuir con ganar. Y se sienten bien, they feel, pues,
Pero es
Accomplished.
un desconocido.
con 4 desconocidos o conocidos, si tienes amigos, tú los...
But they're all online, so it's different people online.
Ujú.
Sometimes you find your friends because of their usernames, but sometimes you're battling about 100 people that are online that you might not know. So there's chances that you might meet a complete stranger. Some of them you don't know who they are and what they're up to. And then they're talking trash to each other on their microphones. They have
Yes.
microphones for these games.
Is that the one I keep seeing
Yeah.
videos for?
I'm gonna pause the heavy cream drinking game, and I'm gonna let Francisco come into this camera real quick. Francisco, I just want to say something. Francisco is the first person that's ever been able to explain Fortnite to me. I have a son who loves Fortnite. I've never been able to understand. Thank you, Francisco, for explaining Fortnite to us. That's our director for heavy cream. Thanks, Francisco. Wow. Okay, so now we learned about not being petty, maybe giving the parents a gift during those birthday parties, and now we know what Fortnite's all about, and it's still a crazy game that I don't want my kid playing. But he does anyway. I'm going to leave the microphone open to everybody, whoever wants to say anything, promote something, or just do anything. I know that you are, I don't know if you want to talk about what you do, if you want to promote anything about your team, maybe.
I just want to give a shout out to United South, best high school in Laredo. Not because I worked there, but yeah, mostly because I worked there. I did not go to United South. I went to Nixon.
You went to where?
So Nixon.
All right
Nixon.
then.
See, don't hate me.
Okay.
I did go to Nixon, but you know,
You're cool again.
you keep that inside.
Yeah.
But you start to love the place where you work, and I love the kids that I work with. They are awesome.
You're a teacher and you're also a coach.
I'm a coach as well. I coach the JV freshman team, tennis team at United South. So shout out to all those kids.
Shout out to JV Panther Tennis. Miss Garza's super cool. Obviously, she's got a good head on her shoulders. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for inviting me.
Erica's super cool. Thanks. You're more than welcome to come back if you enjoyed yourself.
I'm with cookies.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna have Erica back.
We need to talk about your cookies.
I haven't even tried them in, and I'm already.
It was
I'm
good.
sold.
I was surprised. I ate it. I'm like, we're on.
He was
camera. You did a good job.
Johnny, our sponsor from Ringo's Burgers and Barbecue. You want to say something before we let you go?
Yeah, we have a promo on
Okay.
Mondays. It's called Gimme Gimme.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
I've got 2 locations. The first 5 people that go to the store and say Gimme Gimme on Monday will get a free chopped sandwich with whatever
Sorry.
combo you get.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wow.
So you can get a free. The first 5 people get a free sandwich, no questions asked. And you open at what time?
At 11.
11 a.m. So 11 a.m. First 5 people through the door to say "Gimme, gimme" at any Ringo's location, you get a free chopped sandwich. I think that's pretty cool. Thanks, Johnny.
And don't be afraid. I know it sounds silly, but let me tell you, at the South, in
Within a
less
half
than
hour.
in less than half an hour, I give them all away.
Southside knows what's up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the north
Oh,
side
the
was
north
like,
side, they're like,
yeah, the north side was like,
no,
On the north.
Yeah, I don't want to. The last one on the north side I gave away was at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
because people are just afraid to ask for free stuff. There's no strings
There's
attached.
no strings attached.
First 5 people that say "Gimme, gimme" at the Ringos, you're gonna get a free sandwich.
And yes, it's gonna be 1 per person.
Yeah, one per person.
Not multiple kids.
Not multiple.
No.
Yeah. One gift.
Nice callback.
Yeah.
I have 3 kids.
Yeah, there you
I'm gonna
go.
have 3 kids.
And then there's the "Gimme, gimme" happy hour.
The happy hour, yes, it's from 3 to 6 because we
Uh-huh.
close at 6.
For those of you that couldn't make it early.
What you do is if you get a combo number 1, number 2,
or
and
5.
number 5, you get a free chopped sandwich with your order, and I mean it's enough for 2 people.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there you go. Manny, you want to say something before we let you go?
Yes. Tonight at AJ's we've got a live band 369, but tomorrow's gonna be amazing because we've got a Queen tribute band, and all night long the band we featured. You gotta come out. It's gonna be. I was gonna swear, but at midnight it's also my birthday.
Yay!
So yeah.
Tomorrow
drink
night,
with me.
AJ's, yeah, Queen tribute band, and then we celebrate Manny's birthday at midnight. Happy birthday, Manny!
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
We've got tickets. I've got tickets at the north location,
Yeah.
and then
At
they're
AJ's after 5.
Yeah.
$10.
Anything you'd like to share?
Yes.
I know you guys got a 5K coming up soon, if I'm not mistaken, or a walk or a fun walk or something.
No.
Oh,
But today we're having a Hep C testing marathon till 8 p.m. So you don't know if you have Hep C if you don't get tested because there are no
hepatitis. Manny
symptoms.
didn't know what hep
Okay,
was.
hepatitis.
Oh, I heard Pepsi. I'm sorry. I was like, Pepsi testing?
Yeah, there's Pepsi
Yeah,
testing.
yeah.
I'm so sorry.
You have Pepsi blood, but yes, people, you don't know if you have symptoms because it could go unannounced for decades. So go get tested.
And what
Pillar,
happens when it does get announced? At Pillar, by the way, everybody.
Pillar, 1403 North Seymour. Yes,
So you said it goes years without being announced.
yes.
So what happens when it's doing that? Hey everybody, it's Hep C.
I've been in your
When I
body for
say
20
hep,
years.
you say C. Hep. C. Okay, sorry.
You get liver cancer,
Oh wow.
straight up,
You get liver cancer.
and you can die.
If you weren't bummed out,
I just did it for you.
It just happened. I want to thank the law offices of Mario Castillo for having us here. It's Heavy Cream. We're going to try to do this every Friday. We didn't get to do it during Mother's Day weekend. It was just a really busy week for me. I apologize. Remember, anyone who shares this video, send me a direct message on Sammy the House. That's my Facebook page. You might win the Dirty Dough game. It's very dirty. It's for adults only. And Francisco, we're going to let you say something before we let you go.
Algo rápido. También vamos a regalar otro de estos. Me gustaría regalarlo con tu promoción.
Okay.
El lunes, bueno, yo te lo entrego hoy. Y el lunes entregárselo al primero del Northside.
Del Northside.
Y la próxima semana tenemos algo para el South.
All right.
Y también nos vamos nos vamos mañana
Ajá.
a tomar unas fotografías. Si quieren saludarnos por ahí, pues.
Yes.
Yay.
Perfect. Look for Francisco. He's going to be taking pictures tomorrow. And then, of course...
Ay, mi cumpleaños también.
¿Cuándo es tu cumpleaños?
El lunes.
Hey!
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Francisco. And he just said you're going to be able to win one of these Dirty Dough games. There's an extra Dirty Dough game. You get the first person to get that burger, the chop sandwich on Monday at Ringo's North. You'll get the Dirty Dough game. So, thanks. I want to thank everyone for watching. I want to thank our guest Erica. Thank you to Jackie, Manny, and of course Johnny. Thank you to Ringo's. Thank you to AJ's. Thank you to Francisco, M&F Technologies. And thank you to Maria Castillo. And those cookies are my cookies.
But they're in my hands.
Yeah, they're gonna be in my mouth. So we'll see y'all later. By the way, I've left these all over the city in different places. The Coffee Magic button, I left some at Alamo the other day. I don't know if they're there. There's some at Ringo's North. I left some at the city's barbershop today. I've left. You know what I did today? I had to go to 2 different banks, so I decided to go to the motor banks, to the mobile banking. And I left these in the little in the thermoses.
Oh.
Yeah, whatever the chute thing is. Yeah. So if you go to one of the banks, you might find some of these in the chutes. I don't know. People are like, "What is this?" I'm just leaving them everywhere, guys. Coffee and Magic is the mother show. Heavy Cream is the extension, and then of course we went to go see our buddy Fresh today at the Cities. That's another little show that I'm doing that I just kind of, for whatever reason, every time me and Fresh hang out, funny stuff happens. I call that show Fresh House, because it's Fresh the Barber or Sammy the House. Be on the lookout for a new episode of Fresh House. And of course, join us Monday morning on Coffee and Magic. I'm going to be broadcasting live tomorrow from Sam's Kia. And make sure you go to Ringo's, to AJ's, and just thanks for watching, thanks for sharing. And if you did share, send us a direct message so we can make sure to contact you to see if you win this game. Thanks. I'm Sammy the House. This is Heavy Cream. See you later.
Peace.
Peace.